Rationalizing factor. If the product of two irrational numbers is rational, then each number is called rationalizing factor of each other. For example, square root 2 into square root 2 is equal to 2, which is a rational number. Therefore, square root 2 is a rational factor of square root 2. Square root 3 minus square root 2 into square root 3 plus square root 2 is equal to square root 3 square minus square root 2 square, which is equal to 3 minus 2, which is equal to 1, which is a rational number. Therefore, square root 3 minus square root 2 and square root 3 plus square root 2 are rationalizing factors of each other. Rationalization. Rationalization is the process of multiplying an irrational number by its rationalizing factor. Steps to rationalize the denominator of a fraction. Multiply and divide the numerators and denominators by the rationalizing factors of denominator and simplify it. Rationalize the denominator of the following. First one, 2 square root 6 by square root 7. Rationalize the factor of square root 7 is square root 7. That is, square root 7 into square root 7 is equal to 7. So, the multiplying the numerator and denominator by square root 7, we get 2 square root 6 by square root 7 is equal to square root 7 by square root 7, which gives our answer as 2 square root 42 by 7. Second sum, 1 by square root 3 plus square root 2. Rationalizing factor of square root 3 plus square root 2 is square root 3 minus square root 2, because square root 3 plus square root 2 into square root 3 minus square root 2 is equal to 3 minus 2, which is 1 as a rational number. So multiply and divide by square root 3 minus square root 2. We get 1 by square root 3 plus square root 2 is equal to 1 into square root 3 minus square root 2 by square root 3 minus square root 2, which is equal to 1 square root 3 minus square root 2 by square root 3 plus square root 2 into square root 3 minus square root 2, which gives our answer square root 3 minus 2 square root 2 by 1, which is square root 3 minus 1. Rationalizing factor of square root 5 minus square root 3 is square root 5 plus square root 3, because square root 5 minus square root 3 into square root 5 plus square root 3 gets 5 minus 3, which is a rational number. So multiply and divide by square root 5 plus square root 3. We get square root 3 by square root 5 minus square root 3. When multiplied, we get square root 15 plus 3 by 5 minus 2, which is equal to square root 15 plus 3 by 2. And the answer gives 3 by 2 plus 1 by 2 square root 15. Rationalizing the denominator is nothing but we multiply the denominator of a rational number, of an irrational number, to get an answer. It doesn't mean the answer should be in a rational number or irrational number. Simplify. Square root 13 minus 2 by square root 13 plus 2 plus square root 13 plus 2 by square root 13 minus 2. Square root 13 minus 2 square plus 13 square root 13 plus 2 square by square root 13 plus 2 into square root 13 minus 2. So this is what we get when we combine the two of them. Now substitute the square root and square together to get 13 plus 4 minus 4 square root 13 plus 13 plus 4 plus 4 square 13 by square root 13 square minus 2 square, which gives the answer 34 by 13 minus 4, which is equal to 34 by 9, which is equal to 3 7 by 5. 3 7 by 9 is a mixed fraction. We are just converting the 34 by 9 into a mixed fraction.